Well, just when you thought you'd heard it and seen it all in crypto, we are shocked yet again. Now, this is an urgent message for everyone in the market right now because this could have seismic implications for our portfolios if handled incorrectly. Now, it's too soon to know exactly what's about to come, but there's been some pretty big news for those of you who haven't heard revolving Donald Trump, the almost to be president of the United States. Now, during his crypto ball, he is, I believe, still currently hosting in Washington. There was a little bit of news that had come out. Actually, news that seemed to shock everyone. No one saw it coming. None of the guys in the trenches in the Solana ecosystem, no influencers, no one. And that is Donald Trump launched an official, apparently, token. What consequences could this have for the overall market sentiment and performance of alt season? Is this even legitimate in the first place? Could Donald Trump be hacked? And I think the overall arching question is, what's the overall look of crypto going to be after this? And more importantly, how is Donald Trump going to be perceived in the mass media, particularly because right now he's one of the poster boys of pro-crypto in the United States. I'm going to get through, most importantly here, the concerns and the pros, and at the very end, I'm going to go through my own personal take on the situation, what I think happens and what I'm doing right now, because I do think we're at a very important tipping point. We could really pump in the short term, and even more in the long term, or we could have a possible black swan event. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one. Right, this is a legit coin ranked 32 right now, 4 billion market cap. Apparently, it was ranked at a 14 billion market cap for a brief period of time as well. This is it right here. So again, it's like, as I said before, very much so legitimate in terms of being an official coin. However, the question still stands, like, did this actually come from Trump himself? Was this pre-planned? Well, apparently none of the guys at the actual meet knew about this at all. There was a lot of confusion when the guys at the actual event were like, hey, there's a coin that Donald Trump launched tonight worth billions of dollars. So is this a good thing overall? Well, there's going to be arguments to be made this is a good thing, and I think we will really see the benefit of this potentially after the next few weeks when the dust settles. Okay, and I want to talk more about the pros in a minute, but I think evidently so, what's become, I think, the main focal point of this is it being bad for crypto and a bad look on Trump particularly as well. So I'll touch on these briefly here. So first of all, if the tweet is real, it does look bad on Trump. I've got a meh here because I think after we kind of take a bit of a step back, it's not too bad. But if you think about it, with a meme coin particularly, someone's got to lose. It's just markets in general. So you've created a meme coin, kind of like the Hawk Turgle, right? Where you're going to have people making a lot of money now, but ultimately there will be a pullback. And when that pullback does come, you're going to have, because it is a meme coin and gone up so quickly, a massive retracement, which means people are going to panic, they're going to sell, especially people coming out of the MAGA woodwork who aren't too knowledgeable in crypto, seeing their portfolio, drop by 30 or 40% and then really panicking. Trump could be hacked. This is, I think, one of the more common theories right now. There is that possible situation. And if he is hacked, I think the team's response would be unexpected regulatory crackdowns, and they'll be forced to do that because he's been so pro-crypto for so long now that they'll have to take a step back because people have been harmed. A lot of people are involved with this right now. As I said, it's a 4.5 billion market cap coin. It's a very large project. And ultimately, there'll be a point where people sell and they will get wrecked, of course. But it's been 8 hours. And this is my question, right? It's been 8 hours since the initial first post. So I'm thinking to myself, he's very good friends with Elon Musk. He is about to be the president of the United States. I would assume that that would be taken down within an hour if it were actual hack. Also, there could be a sudden dip, or like I said before, a healthy pullback. And just because it's a healthy pullback and you have people out of the MAGA woodwork not susceptible to the 10, 20, 30% pullbacks in crypto, I'm assuming most of you guys were shitting yourselves a few days ago because we fell down like 10%. I imagine what these normal folk will be feeling after a 30% pullback possibly here, especially buying the top. So he could be labeled a pump and dumper. He could lose followers, and that might look very bad on crypto He might even be forced to resent it. That's an extreme case, but I wanted to mention it. And I think the most extreme case, but definitely possible, is a rug pull somehow. And I think the somehow is definitely because when you think about it, guys, if you know crypto and if you know how the cabal works behind meme coins especially, and they buy these meme coins for dirt cheap, they put 10, 20 grand in, they buy 1 or 2% of the entire supply for very cheap. When it pumps to multi-billion market cap, they pretty much own 1 or 2% of $1 billion or few $1 billion. That is possible. They're not like VCs, where VCs have early funding rounds. They buy on the open market, but they get it before everyone else because they're in the trenches, and that's a definite concern. But I technically do agree with CoffeeZilla. I think dropping a meme coin 2 days before becoming president isn't the best look, I think, overall. All right, because the new SEC and Department of Justice guarantees no prosecution. 80% of the tokens vest into insiders during the presidency, so during the 4 years. Those people losing money will be MAGA, okay, who aren't crypto native. These guys will be, packing in here over the next few weeks and few months. That's why I think there is definitely still a case to be made that this could be a hack. It still definitely could be. So I don't want to rule that out completely, but based on the tweet being up for so long and his ties with Elon Musk with owning Twitter, I don't think it would have been up for this long and grown to the size it has without being legitimate. So this could sway any direction. I'm holding some cash to wait for a clear move, but I'm not planning to buy Trump based on FOMO. I'm not buying the bloody meme coin. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want to buy it because everyone else is buying. It could 10x. It could. And it's probably going to also come down at some point as well. But I'm holding cash to wait for a clear move in my personal portfolio for my altcoins. And I think when we boil it down, what does this really mean for our altcoins? All right, what's the positive things? Well, if you think about it, this is a clear degen move on Donald Trump's behalf. Right? He's the degen. He's in the trenches. He's absolutely one of us. He's one of us. But the thing is, I think the implications here have something way better that's sort of holding behind the curtains that usually with crypto, we have to wait for the dust to settle to really see. And by then it's too late, which is what happens to utility coins that are actually changing the world. This screenshot here was taken from the actual crypto ball itself, where they had Ondo name on, the main screens, because Ondo donated $1 million to Donald Trump. Okay, there's many other altcoins I haven't mentioned even here, but these coins will benefit the most. Not only are a lot of these coins US native, but a lot of these coins are positioned for this whole institutional tokenization and AI wave. And that's, I think, some of the connections I want to make here, because I think the clear shift is that if Donald Trump's here right now having fun on his website, he literally says here, celebrate our win and have some fun. He's having fun right now, literally just playing with people, right? Having a big old chuckle and laugh. I mean, at the end of the day, someone's got to lose, so not all laughs. Imagine what he's going to do over the next 12 months. I mean, guys, this is clear signs of what I was saying to you earlier in the week. All right, we typically see the same thing play out in the green zone cycle after cycle after cycle. There's always catalysts like this to push it up or pull it down, but usually the same swings to either direction happen at roughly the same times. 21, 2017, and 2013, again, we pump, dump, pump. All right, Q1 to spring. Pump, dump, pump. Pump, 17% dump. You can't quite see it here. Pump. What's happening? We pumped, dumped, and guess what we're doing right now? As I said, we are pumping, okay? This is going to be a very good 12 months, so long as this isn't screwed up with a legitimate pump and dump on, Trump's behalf. Not that he would obviously do that, but you don't know who was buying when the price of this coin was dirt cheap. The cabal, they don't have the investor round like you would with these utility coins or some of these coins, but what you have is people getting in dirt cheap that spotted this coin really, really early, that put $1,000 in and owns, 0.5 or 1% of the entire supply. So just be careful of that. But ultimately, what's still to come? Well, guys, remember, David Sachs, AI crypto czar. We haven't ever had a crypto czar before. We have Paul Atkins, the SEC chairman. He's literally an advisor to Securitize. Who are Securitize? These guys are pro-tokenization. These guys literally have tokenized the build-all fund on Ethereum. These guys are working with Wormhole directly. Securitize, of course, therefore loves BlackRock. Okay, it's a symbiotic relationship. BlackRock loves Ondo. BlackRock are also pro-tokenization. BlackRock loves Coinbase. They're the custodian of literally their ETF, as well as many others. What does Coinbase love? Tokenization. Literally just put out a great tweet about how you can buy Bitcoin-backed loans on Morpho. What I'm noticing here is a massive shift. I know it's a meme coin. I know everyone's getting really G'd up and excited and giddy over the fact that Donald Trump launched a meme coin if it's legitimate. But the bigger picture to be seen here is that with the bricks and the mortar Trump's already put into place regarding his government, his administration, if he has gone and that confident to launch a meme coin before he's even in office, imagine what comes over the next 12 months. Imagine. Now, let's let the dust settle. Let's wait for a confirmation if this is legitimate. I'm still holding my cash. I'm not getting all FOMO'd in right to the market right now just in case these coins triple overnight, because there's a very real chance that this thing takes a healthy correction or dumps, or worst case, heaven forbid, like actually rugs in some way. Like I said, it's a possibility. And then that would be the worst possible case, because if it really is tied to Trump, that ain't looking good on his behalf, okay? Not the mainstream media, not many people in the crypto space even. So I would love to inject the cash I'm holding now if that does happen, because I think we have programmed here an explosive 12 months, but evidently so, it might even be much more explosive than we thought before. So no, I don't think Trump's ruined the bull run. You know, I agree with CoffeeZilla here. It's probably not the best thing. It really isn't. But I think it's going to be net positive. Guys, let me know what you think down below. It pays to be in the private community. Questions from Danny, Jack, and Hans all come from the private community discussions. And we're a community. We help each other, right? Come to conclusions before YouTube videos or posts on Twitter. Take care. All the best for 2025, and I mean that. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.